The Little Mermaid. Once more time, there was a sea, and underground there is so many dolphins, so many fish, so many things, and a big whale. And suddenly in down there are so many dolphins also. So in the down the mermaid lives a house. And then the nice room there is a mermaid. And her dad and her dad and her sisters, and he come to dad, and she say, you supposed to don't go to up. But why, dad? I want to go to up. Some people, no, you are not supposed to do this, otherwise you will might be too bad. And she sad, and suddenly and she fell, and then she told to her my grandma, you supposed to be when, and she supposed to be bad. And so I'll take the switch to doctors. And she's grandmother took her crown and put this another girl's crown, and she cried. And suddenly she have the idea, and she tell to the whale, come here, let me up, and sent it to the witch, please. And yes, she said, but I am scared of the prince. And she fell, and she sorry to the whale. So she take her, and suddenly the cave is opening, and suddenly the whale go, and then he go to up in the side up, and then he let her go. And suddenly he take her the bottom, and suddenly she look at the view and look at the seas. Suddenly she opened her eyes and surprised there is a ship. And she sees a ship. Oh, this is the prince. I know it. Him. But the dolphin say, you cannot go. I am scared of the prince. She never listened. She go. And suddenly her son's birthday, he celebrated the birthday Mary. The king say, also the king say like this, and then he takes up and go, and he make a nice whistle's voice, and suddenly somebody he look it, and somebody singing, and so he tell the nice voice. Suddenly the mermaid hide, and he swim back to the ocean down, and he look at, and then he look at the Suddenly, her magic ball, the evil witch magic ball, turned into like this. The Mary, and now she turned into a dinosaur. She laughed like this, and suddenly, oh, this is waves and rain. So the mermaid and the dolphin is afraid of what happens to the prince. Okay, she looked at the prince, looking, and suddenly she find a whistle. The prince whistle, and suddenly she looked at the prince, and she quickly come, and then when it's night she wake up the prince, and suddenly when it's morning the prince wake up, and suddenly she say, you arrive, and then she head back to water. Why? Because the prince is looking. Suddenly the king and the princess say, some nice boys, I cannot leave, but somebody save me. And the prince Aaron. And suddenly she look at her whistle. Look at him whistle. Suddenly her father said, "You're not supposed to take him. Take him, doctor." He said, I told you should don't go to the surface without my relation. But Dad, I want to go to the surface. I said don't. The humans are so dangerous. The humans know you are a mermaid. Sorry. Bye. And suddenly she felt, and then she have an idea. She said to the fish, "Hello." And the fish, the witch scared at her, and she failed. And suddenly, you give me the tail, you will be a human. Give me your tail, otherwise I'll give you a potion to bring you back in human. What about my father tail? Oh, she failed now. And suddenly she look up and look at the witch, and she gave a potion to heal her back. She drink the potion. Suddenly she tell the potion, and she drink the potion. And suddenly she turned into human. And suddenly she go into surface. And the prince noticed the girl is in the surface. And he run to and look at the girl. And the prince said, "You are so pretty." And she shoot her head. So we scored, "You will marry me? Yes, I bring you something when you fell into the water." And she smiled. And suddenly she heard the voice she liked it. It's somebody sing, he say. And suddenly, I'll dress you. And she walked into the palace, and she said, she's set off. She's marrying the Aaron. She felt her. She felt the king said, if you take you can marry the mermaid. But suddenly, no, you can't. Not because you cannot marry, because she's failed and looking the view, and suddenly she fell, and she fell, and she mind when she didn't mind you drink. The witch saying now the witch saying like this. And then suddenly this is morning, and when is night, this is morning. And then the prince leave the little mermaid. Suddenly the prince is sad of the mermaid. We cannot marry. So he fought, and the mermaid failed, and she cried. Suddenly. There's so many mermaids come to visit her, and her mother say, you should take this one, otherwise you can call your mother and your father here. And her prince say, oh no, sorry. And her father say, you should dig to me. Why you take? And she hugged her father, and suddenly she put it well. She put the well. And suddenly there is a girl, and then now she's throat is so weak. So she take her to the. She's trying to practice the singer, and suddenly Aaron find a girl, or this youngest girl. She's just fake. She's a witch. She take her boys, and suddenly everyone happy ever after. Suddenly the witch didn't complete, and they marry, and they happily ever after.